We Filipinos love to read books. Reading is already part of our system. You still remember when we were still young? We loved to read, right? You name it: fantasy, romance, crime, science fiction, biographies, religion, self help, motivational books, and a lot more. Meron pala akong magandang balita sa inyo, lalo na yung mga mahilig magbasa ng libro. Meron isang non-profit organization dito sa United Arab Emirates na kilalang kilala as Alleem Knowledge Center. Itong non-profit organization ito ang nag-organize ng Alleem Book Awards. Ngayon, kung mahilig kayong magbasa, ito yung magandang balita dahil may 30 categories. Magbasa ka na lang ng libro, meron palang award. And not only that, pag mag-sign ka sa manifesto encouraging people to read books, you will get a certificate online by just visiting their website. Yung kilalang-kilala na www.alienbooks.com. Kaya kung mahilig kang magbasa ng libro, ito na yung hinihintay mo. 30 categories. Banggitin nga natin. Joy of Reading Award, Gateway Reader Award, Rocket Reader Award, the Die Hard Must Read Everything Award, the Intellect Reader Award, the Polygamist Reader Award, the Compulsive Reader Award, Strategic Reader Award, the Physical Book Loyalist Award, the Book Juggler Award, the Reading List Enthusiast Award, the Digital Reader Award, Altruist Reader Award, Monogamist Reader Award, Voracious Reader Award, Superlative Reader Award, Bookstagrammer Award, Tweet Love Reader Award, Swift Reader Award, Creative Reader Award, Goal-Oriented Reader Award, Weekend Warrior Reader Award, Blockbuster Reader Award, Heavy Reader Award, Curiosity Reader Award, Bibliophile Reader Award, Reader's Neck Award, Young Reader Award, Outstanding Achievement in Reading, and Star Reader. You are also invited to sign the manifesto. You will get the certificate for supporting this worthy cause of inviting people to read books. To know more about the Book Awards, let's watch the interview of Kabayan Rico with Dr. Rashid Alleem. Alleem Books is a subsidiary of Alleem Knowledge Center, a non-profit organization founded by Dr. Rashid Alleem, which affirms that learning is a continuous, collaborative, positive, and fulfilling process which can promote and enrich a person's lives personally and professionally. For more than 20 years, Alleem Books has published the outstanding books of Dr. Rashid Alleem and established a forum known as Alleem Books Club. This is an opportunity for members to discuss the books that they have read and share insights, likes, and dislikes, which would create a better discussion and healthy open forum for the books that they read. Dr. Rashid Alleem believed in the old saying, today's reader, tomorrow's leader. Today, we are very privileged to have with us a passionate writer, an environmentalist, a sought-after thought leader, a very respected transformational leader recognized internationally, ranked third among the top 25 CEOs in the GCC region, and one of the top 100 most influential CEOs in the Middle East. In fact, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum recognized him as the knowledge ambassador of the United Arab Emirates. This is a rare opportunity. So I call myself lucky to have a face-to-face interview with Dr. Rashid Alleem. Doc, my name is Rick. I'm the founder of the Takinoy Loud and Proud. It's a Facebook page serving the Filipino community for the past 3 years. You created this big award, Doc. It's really an award which is highly recognized by not only book readers but even people from other nationalities as well. What made you decide to create an award of this magnitude, and what do you expect to achieve, Tom?
Well, thank you very much for this lovely question. I think to me is passion. Passion is more than given to yourself. Passion is given to others. I was driven, my passion is to leave a great legacy for the humankind across the globe. I always say, what does it mean to be a human? There's so much going on, especially with this pandemic, COVID-19, and the things he created across the globe. My passion is to leave a great legacy. And I came up with 21 goals, in line with the 17 global goals of the United Nations. I have stretched them out and created Alleem Sustainable Development Goals. One of my goals, the first goal, which is the top important goal, is about education. But I said in my goal, is not about the education, it's about the quality education. We don't want any kind of education, we need quality education. And when you go deep down in the research, you will find a lot of people, more than over 100 million, mainly our youth, they don't have access to the reading, or they don't have reading ability. Literacy rate is still high across the globe. So I have created a non-profit organization called Alleem Books. And Alleem Books carries 3 missions. First, I have my own books in Arabic and English, languages written by myself. And by the way, I don't have a ghostwriter to help me out. I love writing because it is part of it built in me. It's my passion. So we have what's called Alleem Books Digital Library, where you have access to more than 15 of my books, mainly English with a few Arabic books. This is one of the objectives. The second, we have a manifesto. There is a pledge where all those who love reading and fight literacy across the globe, they will go and do the pledge, and to recognize them, they can bring their name on a certificate, and they can bring that certificate and they can show it to their colleagues, to their friends, they can show it to their co-worker and say that, you know what, I have just pledged for the reading, and this is the site helping people with the pledge. And I'm really happy as of today, and we just started three weeks back, this manifesto process, and we have people pledged from 15 different countries, 15, willingly. We have 15 different countries, people representing 15 different places. That really inspired me a lot. The third, which is again, and the most important part of this organization, Alleem Books, is the Alleem Awareness Program. And that program, it is happening on the 23rd of April of every year. This date was chosen by the UNESCO, and they call it the International Reading Week. Why 23rd of April? Because they say this is where the most big writers and authors died on that day, like Shakespeare, Leonardo da Vinci, and the others. So that's why the United Nations, especially the UNESCO, wanted to recognize and wanted to spread the message across the globe that, you know, we need to do something together. And to me, I thought the most important and beautiful way to do things together is engaging people. When people are engaged, those who are doing and making difference in their own life and others' people's life, under certain categories, they would be engaged more and give more. So we created 13 different categories. One of the categories, for example, is the big level, the book level. And this is where we saw most of the nomination is going to. Arab people, they say that we are a book level. But
we are talking about 30 categories, right?
Yes, exactly, 30. After intensive research I've done myself with my team, and I thought, you know what, we need at least 30 because I need to, this is a global level thing. So 30 categories to get as much as we can engagement, because 30 categories are really doable, workable, achievable, attainable. It's not that something that nobody can do. There are people who really book level, they read books, they just keep buying books, whatever budget they have, they go and buy books, they read books. Then you have a category, for example, we call them the weekend readers. One of the categories, those who would love to read only over the weekend, because the rest of the week they are too busy. But the weekend, during their recreation time, they sit, they relax, but they read 1 or 2 books over the 2 days. So we do recognize them. There are people who have become like, tweet readers, we call them. They will just tweet portion of the book to others or recommend others. There are people who we call them electronic readers. They just love the new technology nowadays, right? Scrolling up and down, by their hand because they feel good with that. So we do appreciate different times those who are really wanted to come forward and participate. So when you recognize someone saying that, bravo, you've done a good job, you've done a bad job, keep moving, keep challenging tomorrow, let's fight the literacy, which is, still at a very big rate across the globe. So if you read the statistics, if you read the figures, if you read the numbers, they're really high. So what you do, one should look at the numbers, stand still, or you create a new battle, say, no, I can contribute here, I can do a difference. And this is what Alleem books was all about. We wanted to stand up among the crowd to tell everybody we can make a difference. Yes, the difference might be small, but it will have effective on the long run. And that is the goal.
Believe it or not, folks, Dr. Rashid wrote 15 books. I'll say it again, 15 books. So being a CEO, you still have a time to write, considering the bulk of the work that you're doing, thinking on a broader scale?
Another very good question, I should say. We said it right from the beginning. It's about passion. When you are passionate about something, passion is about emotion. Passion exceeding the love of something. To give you pour your full emotion about it. And when you feel that writing is your passion and you have quality of time, then it's add value. So it's not about finding time to write something. It's about the quality time you give to that something. And there's a big difference here. I could say, for example, sit at home 5-6 hours with the family and kids, probably watching movies and playing with the mobile and looking at my emails and no interaction with them. That's not a quality time at all. But I could spend half an hour keeping all the communication aside, keeping all the TV aside, and just face-to-face interaction with the wife, with the kids, listening to them what they have done to the school, listening to the wife, what she's cooking, what she's planning, where she's going tonight. That is quality time is needed, and for them it is more than enough. If you give them your full attention, the same thing, when you give full attention to something, and that the quality, then you bring the best out of you. And by the way, I don't try to gain money. I have my full endowment fund to support this, because I feel writing is about communicating certain thoughts, messages to the people. And through writing, I think I was able to, because this is how you make it. Your KPIs is the feedback you get. Your KPIs is the acceptance of your, as you know, with this beautiful world we're living in through the websites and the technology. My books now, they are distributed in more than 150 countries. We are dealing with more than 35 sites who are electronically marketing the books. And we are appearing in about 150 countries. And you can see the download of your books, or I should say my books now here, in this case, per minute. Somebody somewhere from the globe has downloaded one of those 15 books. So that gives you inspiration more than physically have the book and give it to you, give it to her, give it to him. You know, so it's make a bit difficult time to take a lot of time and process to reach 150 countries. Even if you send it to the DHL, let's say how much money you need. It's too expensive to do, and how much logistics for that, airplanes, blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Electronically. That's why we have created a digital library called the Alleem books, and what you see on it is mostly so far is my books, and this is how we
15 books is more than enough to inspire people. We have a lot of aspiring writers, who fail to make it because probably they don't have time. Nobody teaches them the right way to do it. Do you have plans of writing a book? How to write a book so that you can teach people on writing?
Actually, it's not that way. I would say if you read my books, generally speaking, it is in a story format. People are fed up with very scientific, very old way of writing. Now the time is a constraint. Make it short and sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
But people love to hear stories. So if you have a book, for example, my sustainability, Alleem Sustainable Development Book, we have written stories from more than 57 countries. So when you scroll through the book and you go down, there's a story from Japan. Okay, what does Japan has got to do, for example, with the poverty? Oh, it would be really interesting to know what they're doing. So you start to read. Okay, you go down about the water management. Oh, there's a Philippines here. What the Filipinos doing about their water management system. Go back, there's Africa here, Tanzania. So you start to almost to see the whole world in a small lens by someone. So communicate them. So my advice is, people, when you write something, don't put so much graphs and other make it more engaging. Put it in a story format. Things
emotional touch.
Very simple English, not sophisticated. You have to appreciate the time zone we are living in nowadays. It's totally different. People they don't have, even our kids now when they come to school, they're not the way how we used to study earlier. So you cannot compare the old days and you want everybody to go back to the old. You cannot do that. You have to appreciate the time they're living, the zone they're living, and they're always in a hurry. So you need something, and they are all inspired. Especially the new generation, they're looking for a good model. Whether he or she an artist, the more followers to see what they eat, what they dress, how they read. So if you promote something, for example, and you have so much followers, right away they will go, oh, because he presented that book, I want to go and buy that. Sometimes you just use a pen. So being an influencer is very important thing to influence in the good way the behavior and the life of others. And I do appreciate what you've been doing for the last 3 years. This is something really great. Thumbs up there.
Alleem Book Awards, for me, it's a big thing. Doc, what is your strategy to make it more appealing to different nationalities, the book awards that you created?
Keep challenging tomorrow. I always say keep challenging tomorrow. Different people, they have different mindset. Every language has got its own soul, but what's molds us together is the human side of us. For example, if I smile, you smile back to me.
Of course.
I don't need to speak Tagalog to reflect the smile back. You don't need to speak Arabic to reflect the smile back. You try to go to China, you smile, you see something, you get the reflection. So we need to find ways and means how we could really mold the human side of us together. It's not about the language you speak, it's just about the mission you carry with you. And this is what we believe. We believe that we are carrying a universal noble cause where people would thumb up for it. Yes, we need people to read, we need people to have access to quality education, we need people to grow up. And this can be done by them. So when you have this and people understand, then it's just a way of communication. So whether you communicate that message in their own language or in the universal languages, like the English, for example, is the language used now in business and communication and other. Yeah, but there is no harm. So we're open. We have people who pledged and really spoke well about us in their own way, and especially from Africa. Probably they cannot afford to know English or other. So they express themselves, which is very fine. But But what did make them to express themselves is the passion, the love for the books, and a love to have a better reading environment surrounding them in their own villages and others.
We are calling the attention of those who love to read books. This is your opportunity to be part of this award globally. Doc, would you like to invite them to be a part of your
Please, by all
award?
means. It's give me great pleasure to invite every viewer, everyone to listen to this lovely conversation, to join hands with us. It is a noble cause, and I think there's, as I said, over a million people. Most of them are still in the teenage age. They don't have access to the quality education. They don't have access to the reading materials. So please join hands with us to create a better tomorrow. And it is always better together. Thank you.
We are requesting those who are watching this video to please share to support the information campaign. Doc, the next time that I'll interview you, probably I will be using the knowledge ambassador of the UAE anymore, but the knowledge ambassador of the world, considering the impact that you created in this award, Alleem Book Awards. Thank you, Doc, in Tagalog. Maraming salamat for giving me the opportunity to interview you personally, in spite of the fact that you are a busy person as CEO. Remember, ranked third on the top 25 CEO in the GCC and among the top 100 CEO in the Middle East. My great privilege. Thank you, Doc. Oh, ano pang hinihintay nyo? Ito na yung pagkakataon nyo na manalo ng awards. Remember, 30 categories. All you have to do is just to read books. You can recommend your friend or you can even recommend yourself. Remember, 30 categories sa Alleem Book Awards. Brought to you by Alleem Knowledge Center and Alleem Books. Join now!